Hi there everyone, it's Gloria Kremer from Oakville, Canada, and today we are going to be making this cute little card. It's a little flower pot. Now I don't have a template for this flower pot because I just used something that I had used I saved from a few years ago, and I'm talking like probably 5 years ago I made this. So you can easily make one. You just I just used the back of the piece of cardboard from a package of DSP, and that's what I did. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna leave the measurements for my card in the description because I didn't write them all down. So let's get started. Now for this card, I did use this new set here, Pansy Patch, and I did use the new DSP paper, which is so awesome. So all these pansies have a die that coordinates, and you can actually cut each one out. So how awesome is that? Okay, so let me put this away and we'll get started. So this is my May 9th online class, and it's called All About Flowers. So it's all flower inspired cards, and I figured it'd be like the perfect card for Mother's Day. So this is gonna be a card for my mom, and I always have like my sample, and then I end up making one for the video. So I have a mom and my aunt, and they usually end up getting my cards. So let's get started. When you get your kit from me, bless you, everything will be pre-cut, pre-scored, and embossed for you. So I will tell you how to put it all together. Now I'm going to use for my sentiment, I'm going to use Soft Succulent. This is one of the new in colors coming out, available May the 4th. So that's just next week. And we are going to glue everything down. So I'm going to use my big tape runner. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I would say about 95% of the stuff I use for my cards are from Stampin' Up! Occasionally I will use something that is not Stampin' Up!, but most of the time everything is Stampin' Up! Okay, so if you're going to stamp a sentiment, you can do, sorry, mine is a little, let's see. I send a lot of cards to my aunt and my mom. I mean, I send them probably like 1 to 2 cards every month. So I sometimes can't remember what sentiment I've already used, but that's okay. So we're going to use this one. It says, the little things you do make such a big difference. Now, I haven't seen my mom since the summer, so it's been, oh no, that's a lie. I saw my mom in October. She came to visit me when I was in the hospital, so I did get a chance to see my mom. But it was not under the best circumstances. But my aunt, I haven't seen in over a year. Though I have seen her once online, sort of like in a video chat. Okay, so I've stamped that. And then for my sentiment, I'm going to use this strip, and I'm going to use the same ink color. You don't have to use Soft Succulent. You can use whatever color you happen to have. So I have all these extra pieces in here. I die cut. So this one is going to say a little hello from me to you. How's that? I think that's okay. You know what? I think I put it a little too close to the edge, so I'm going to turn it around and try it again. Perfect. And then I'm going to use my triple banner punch to do the edges here. This punch is retiring. So if you want this punch, you should order it now. But there's a new punch coming out that sort of does, of course I chop it a little too close anyways. There is a new punch that's coming out that sort of does the same thing as well. There. So there's our sentiment. Now I did emboss this piece here, and then I punched the edge with an edge punch, which is retired. So now I know why I keep those around. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this piece down, and you're going to take the ribbon that's included in your kit, and you're going to tie a bow. And you can double knot it because you need the bow to be pretty tight so that it doesn't fall apart. This is never really easy to do on your own, but okay, so there we go. We're going to tie your bow. Now, if you don't like tying bows, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can just, you can always tie the ribbon and then add a bow on top to cover up the knot so that it's sort of hidden. But again, you need to have the bow tight enough so that it holds this piece together. So let's just trim this. And of course, my scissors are on the other side of the room. 1 second. Okay, so let's just trim this. So we've trimmed that down. And then we're going to take our sentiment and we're going to pop it up on dimensionals and just put it right there. Just underneath where that pretty edging is. And then what we're going to do, we should have this little bee embellishment here. You can see my little embellishment. And I'm going to glue that down using glue dots. Because I find, I think you could probably use glue as well, but I know that glue dots generally have a strong hold, so I'm gonna use the glue dots for mine. we're just gonna stick this little guy right there. Okay, so we're like halfway done now. Okay, so this next part will require, and I'm looking at my kit here and it looks like I don't have enough of the leaf parts, so I'm gonna take it from one of the other cards. So I'm gonna just put this in there. I'm gonna use my envelope as a guide to show me how far I can go on the card when I'm putting down my flowers. Now for the first two flowers, I like to pop them up on, well, you'll need to pop it up on dimensionals so that it sticks up enough to go sort of over the edge of the flower pot. So there's our top. So we're gonna just put it one over here. And don't worry about what color your pansies are in your kit. It's not gonna match perfectly. It's not gonna look exactly like my sample. And then we're gonna put this one right here. I'm gonna add one. I think I'm gonna slip that leaf right in there. And actually I'll make it stick out on top. So we're gonna grab our Tombow glue. And we're gonna add that leaf right there. Okay, I'm just going to grab a couple more leaf pieces. So in your kit, you should have 2 small ones and 2 large ones. So I'm going to grab 2 more large ones. Okay, and now we're going to sort of play around. Remember to keep your envelope close by so that you can use it as a guide to let you know how far you can put your pieces. So I'm going to stick this one sort of right in there. Oops. Right in there. And then we're going to put this one over here. And if you want to pop this one up, you can. I think I'm going to use a small dimensional to pop this one up. Dog hair on everything. And then we're going to slip another larger one behind here. And remember, when you're slipping this one behind, you need to make sure that, unless you want to make a custom size envelope, this one will have to be a little hidden. So for me, for this one, I'm going to have it just up to there. So I'm just going to put a little pencil mark for myself as to how far I'm going to put the glue. And then I'm going to slip that in behind. Hold it up. Make sure that it fits okay. And now we're going to add our other leaves. And again, I'm just going to place that over there just to make sure it will fit in my envelope. And then I'm going to grab one more flower. I think I'm going to put that one right there. And then my final leaf for this one, I think I'm going to put it on, I think I might just slip it in right there. So, and the great thing about Tombow glue is you have a little bit of time to sort of move your pieces around if you end up putting it on somewhere where you change your mind, you can sort of move it. So there you go. So there is our finished card. This is what the back looks like. Oops. And there you go. And then there's still a little bit of space for you to write stuff. And if you wanted to, you could also put a piece of white cardstock on the back of here, and you would have more space to write your message as well. So there is our Pansy flower pot card. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you like this card, and have yourself an awesome, awesome day.